Hello, my name is Leroy Trusty. I'm your instructor for this course, SFTY311. I am an associate professor. I've been teaching this course for a long time. I used to teach a lot of the aviation safety courses as well. And so familiar with what all is happening with Amaretto. Love the school, love being able to teach for the school. I'm here to talk about what it is that's necessary to get you going in this class, welcoming you on. And so I just want to go over a few things just so that we're clear on all aspects of what's happening in this course and how to make this course successful. And so with that, I just want to kind of go over what we see on the screen itself. And as you see, it's we start out with the page, the announcements page. This is where I put a lot of information regarding the class. Updates that's necessary. Some videos. I may give a couple of lectures on this, identify some links or some additions I put into the discussion board. I do all that right here on the announcements page. That's a first contact. So I usually do this. If I have an email, I'll send you an email. Now, I did add a couple things this time around, particularly the one thing that I did add, and that is the potential to text you if there's any changes or announcements that's necessary. And so just kind of testing that out. It's nothing mandatory right now, and just kind of working on that. So if you're interested in doing that, what I'll do is I'll just post any updates as to what's going on in the class that way as well. Some students prefer that. They like to get the text versus getting an email. So I try to contain everything within the course itself via the announcements page, discussion board, and emails as necessary. So with that, you're going to find a lot of information on the opening page itself. Now, next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you go to the start here, because that's where a lot of the information is regarding the course. Some of the issues that you need to be aware of. Now, the screen that you're seeing, it contains a lot of the instructor stuff as well, so you're not going to see everything that I'm seeing or what you're seeing in this video right now. But I do want you to make sure that everything in your course, being able to be successful, is making sure that you know what all is necessary. So be sure to read all the information. If this is your first online class, make sure that you ask the necessary questions, contact your center, talk to folks, let me know if you're having problems. Make sure that you read the syllabus, because this is going to be the key thing regarding the class. This is what tells you what's required of the class. Excuse me. And so be aware of that. Read through that, understand that. Gives you all the what's required as far as assignments are concerned. Course navigation guide, there's a lot of information here for that. So anyway, this is where we are. Gives you a lot of information, so if you have any questions, always go back to the start here. That's important. Now with that, you have your modules, and this is all the information. Your PowerPoint, it has all your information regarding what you need to read, when the books due, I mean not the book, but your assignments due, your discussions, when they're due, when the paper's due, some information on the paper or the alternative project, and all that. And so with that, remember, especially when it comes to the paper and that, I've added a few other things to that, so be aware. Just besides the syllabus and what's in the course here, I've added a few more things. Another key thing that's important is, of course, the discussions. Make sure that you use these discussions. I have an office in here that you can get into. You can ask me some questions. Now, do I answer every question there is? I try to, okay? It's kind of like emails. I try to answer the emails as much as I can. But just make sure that you let me know what's happening from that aspect. And so, those are things that you need to be aware of. So the discussion board provides a lot of information to you. Okay, so we have the office hours, and like I said, the emails, everything try to contain in here. There's a student lounge. I don't get into the student lounge. If you're going to ask questions about the class, I'm going to assume you're going to ask those of your classmates, not of me, because I try to stay out of it. Just like on a regular campus, I don't get into the student lounge. I don't get into the student lounge here. Okay? First activity that you do is you introduce yourself. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what's your MOS, AFSC, what's your goals, what are you desiring, things like that. Where do you work? You work in a warehouse, you work on a flight line, where do you work? Give me some ideas on that introduction there. So that everybody else knows what's going on, just like you would in a normal classroom. That's the purpose of it. And so you go through the discussion board. A lot of places here. Activity 2.5, of course, is submit the class topic, or class your paper topic. Okay, that's all there for you. We'll get into that a little bit more later on this week. Okay, so I have all these are in here. Now I've added a couple of other areas here, actually 3. One, my take on the class, is where I put a lot of information regarding the paper, the project, some of the other aspects of the course, more of the mechanics of it. Other discussions on safety in this is kind of a sidebar as far as letting people know what's happening in the world of safety. What are some of the links? If you have some extra links that you want to share with folks, some ideas, maybe your company's policies or whatever the case may be, you can post those there, and that's what I encourage you to do. Get into that, read some of that, see what's happening in that area there. And then, of course, the cafe is just one of those places where we discuss things like baseball or soccer or that other, what's that other sport there? Football, things like that. Just some things happening, what's happening in your world type of thing. And that's what I kind of like to do in that. But this is the course. This is a safety course. It's a lot of the, again, OSHA, the regulation is located online. You have the OSHA site. You have a lot of other sites out there that you can use as resources. And so this is good. Like I said earlier, I said it's really the equivalent of the OSHA 30-hour course. Too bad we can't give you the certificate for it. Can't give you the card for it. I wish we could. We can't do that because of regulations with OSHA and the federal government and all that. Anyway, this is what the course is. This is how it's laid out. Just, again, get involved in it. Don't wait until the last day to do any questions, your discussions and all that. Get into the discussions early, okay? Because what you graded on is how many times you get back into it and how many responses you give to your classmates, and that's important for you to be aware of, okay? Because oftentimes what I find is somebody makes a post and then maybe answer one with a yes or no. Hey, I agree with you. It's a lot more than that. When we talk in these discussions, there's a lot more to it than just a yes, no, okay? Getting into it, really understanding the whole concept of what safety is. It's a lot more, okay? So with that, what I want to do is let you get on to your studies. Go ahead and read through what you need to do your introduction. I'll get back with you a little later. In the meantime, you guys have a good day, and have a good weekend as well. All right, we'll talk to you later.